All right. Beautiful. Well, I just wanted to say thank you, everyone who came on this call today. So just make sure to send a thank you to whoever sent you this Discover Arbonne video, or if it was me, we'll connect after the call. So we're gonna get started. Um, so how I started the Arbonne business was it's actually probably a little bit different than most people. I've never heard of Arbonne before. I was actually just doom scrolling on TikTok. I saw Amy's video about just wanting to learn more of like this. Are you looking for more? Would you like to earn an extra income? Do you need more flexibility in your time? All of that good stuff. And I just commented on her TikTok and I was like, me, I want to learn more. We started DMing in Instagram. She sent me her highlights. I read through the highlights. Of course, I never responded after that because I I have the little thing in the back of my head like this is probably a scam, so whatever. Amy messaged me back like 24 hours later. I had done a little bit of research and I was like, you know what? I spend $65 on worse things, right? Like, why not give it a chance? And it's honestly been the best thing, the best $65 I've ever spent in the last, I started in January, so 6 months. Um, so yeah, I have my life story has kind of always been like too textbook. I grew up with a single mother. We majority of my life we were on welfare, kind of struggling. There had been points in time where I couldn't even stay with my mom. I had to live with family in separate states just because times were hard. She was a younger mom. And so with that, she pushed me to go to college. She pushed me to get a corporate job that paid well and just kind of kept my head down and work until I'm retirement age, right? So that's what I did. I went to Michigan State. I went to a good school. I got a food science degree. So I'm by degree and current job a food scientist. Um, but that's never been enough. I've always wanted more. I wanted to be able to help my family more, just because we are on the lower income tax bracket. Um, being able to live a life that I want rather than having to pick up multiple jobs and work a bunch. So I've always had that sense of like, okay, how can I make more money? How can I work for somewhere that would benefit me at the same time? Like working corporate, the benefit is, you know, getting a paycheck. Majority of the time, there's not a lot of work-life balance. Um, you're not necessarily happy in that role, right? And like you really just are forced to push up the corporate ladder. And I knew I never wanted to go on the corporate ladder. Um, so kind of trying to figure out life, right? Especially in my mid 20s. I got laid off during COVID. I actually worked at Target corporate. Um, so that was kind of one of those realization moments of like, okay, like what do I want to actually do in my life, right? Like I don't want to work a real job. I don't want to have to work in a corporate setting the rest of my life, but I just didn't know what it was yet. I've always loved health and wellness. Like that's pretty much what my degree was in. Um, but I just didn't know what my actual passion was right away. So I actually became a Pilates instructor. So I also do that on the side. So as I found Amy's TikTok, everything just kind of flowed, right? It's like I work in the food space, the corporate food space. I teach Pilates on the side, and Arbonne just ended up coming into my life. Um, Started financially, and then once I started getting products, it was just kind of one of those things where it was like, oh, I love these products. And being that I'm in that space, being able to know what actually goes into our food system on a regular basis, it's very sad, unfortunately. And it like You want to be the difference, but working in a corporate setting never really allows you to be that difference, right? You're kind of just, unless you're a CEO of a business, at least in our outside of Arbonne, right? You really don't get the opportunity to make a difference in people's lives outside of just regular work. Um, so being that now that I'm with Arbonne and I actually am working with a big company that cares about what they put in their products, what is happening to the earth, what is happening to their consultants, you don't get you don't get the opportunity often. So super grateful for everything that Arbonne has given me so far. So that's kind of my little story. We will we will talk about Arbonne, right? So the real reason you guys are here. So working with Arbonne is a brand partnership. Um, and with that being said, kind of like how I mentioned before, we work together in this partnership where, as consultants, we have the opportunity to share products and the business of Arbonne, and essentially we get paid for it. So when you think of, especially now, social media influencers or TikTokers, they get paid to advertise products or their brand, where they get paid up front to sell a product, where we only get paid after a product is sold. So we use our own products and we share them with people to help them at the end of the day. Right. So with that, Arbonne has been around since the 1980s. We just celebrated our 45th anniversary at GTC last week in Vegas. And that was also my first Vegas. But being that it was my first Vegas, it was amazing. I was lucky enough to be able to walk the stage as an area manager for my first time in Vegas as well. Um, so being able to also have that experience was super cool, because it's not necessarily the most typical way to go to your first GTC when you start the same year. So just having that experience, being around the people I pretty much talk to every day for the first time and actually meeting them in person is crazy. Because you finally are able to put a face to a name. Um, and then just actually being in the energy of Arbonne, where everyone in that space, they all want the same things you do. They all have the same drive. They all want to help people, whether it's business or products. They all want to change. They all want to make a difference. So just that energy is literally infectious. But also, we learn about all the research and development that goes into our products. And that's also super mind blowing, because we really have cutting edge technology when it comes to how we develop our products to make sure they're actually beneficial. We're not just saying that as advertisement. They really take the time, they research, they're making sure their products are also sustainable for the community. So that's super huge. So with that being said, we are also a certified B corporation. At GTC, they announced that we are the number one B Corp certified company in direct selling, and also one of the top scores for health and wellness and beauty. So we're actually about the things that we say, which is also very rare since I work in the corporate industry. And essentially, for those who don't know what B Corp means, pretty much we're just backing up what we say about that we care about the people and the planet. So not only are our products good for you, but they're also good for the planet. Our packaging is sustainable. We're getting our products that are sustainably sourced. But that also means we're also paying our consultants well. We're not just, Arbonne's not just taking majority of the profit. The consultants are taking majority of the profit, and then they get it in the back end. It's a beautiful time because we only have a 1 to 3% brand awareness. So that's huge for expansion. It's huge for growth, plenty of opportunity to grow. So there's no space for you to really be stagnant because we also have global business in Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Canada, USA, and Poland. So plenty opportunity for growth. And it's really just amazing that you can work exactly where you are sitting right now and go and have a business in a different country. We also are certified vegan, cruelty free, gluten free, and we banned over 2,000 ingredients. So once again, we're very serious about the products that we put out into this world. We can work from anywhere, which is the beauty of this business as well. So you can work from your phone. So when you become an independent consultant, you can start earning your commissions almost immediately. You do earn them from product sales from clients and preferred clients. But the resources that you are provided when you do sign up, you get your own website, a shareable digital catalog, and you'll also get free apps, on the go business management, social media marketing management, and a library of complete knowledge, product information, and business information. So when you get started, you're provided everything that you need. When you think about starting a business, a traditional business, you need hundreds of thousands of cash to really start the business. You might not have the resources. You might have to hire a consultant, right? Here, we're working all together. Everything is provided to you. It's handed literally on a platter because we want everyone to succeed. We want everyone to be at the top of the company. So Arbonne makes sure that you have all of the resources for you to be able to do that. And on top of the fact that you can earn extra income, you can also improve your health just by using our products at the same time. But as beautiful as it is that we are able to make this type of money, we're also helping people. We're helping people change their lives. We're helping people change their lives, whether it's through the business or it's through products. So we have a couple different product categories: skincare, nutrition, makeup, bath and body, hair care, and our newly launched Her Core Essentials, which chef's kiss, honestly, because Her Core Essentials, if you haven't heard of that yet, which you should have because it's like the biggest thing right now, Her Core Essentials is a women's forward supplement line. They cater to the entire life cycle of women. So we have prenatals, we have cycle support, we have our mental support, our cooling mist for hot flashes, or even it can be used as finishing spray or so many things. It's so versatile with that one. And then we also have our flora, which helps with your pH balance. So we literally have anything as a woman that we tend to deal with on a hormonal basis when it comes to our cycle. So we have all of that good stuff. So that's the science behind that. It all is also amazing. But outside of that, we have our skincare, right? So all of our skincare is botanically sourced. Our nutrition, like we no fillers, no artificial flavors, sugars, super good for the body. Makeup also, we don't test on animals, so we're cruelty free across the board. And our makeup is also skincare. So it's skincare infused as well. So not most of the time you hear a lot of people talk about they sleep in their makeup, they break out the next day. That's ours is hydrating. We don't have to worry about your makeup causing clogged pores. Obviously, don't do that every day, right? But you don't have to worry about clogging the pores or any bad stuff going on your skin. Same thing with our bath and body line. We don't use any fragrances or artificial dyes, parabens, phthalates, all that good stuff. So super important about what you put in and on your body, and we make sure all of that is cohesive. So how we earn. This is why you guys are all here, right? First things first, we earn on commission of product sales. We do not earn on recruiting or building a team or anything like that. Strictly product sales through the business. For your commissions, you can make commission off of your preferred clients or your standard clients. Preferred clients is like your VIP clients. They sign up directly under you. They get free gifts and free shipping. They kind of get a little bit extra perks. And then you have your standard clients who aren't necessarily, they're just not registered under through your business, and they can purchase through any consultant. So we make a 35% commission off of that. Then our bonuses. Arbonne provides us a monthly bonus that we can earn through product sales volume as well. So depending on your promotion level, the bigger the bonus. With that, VPs also get a success award bonus that they earn, and that can come with a car or just a cash bonus. Third is our overrides. So if you do decide to build a team, all of your team's sales volume will go through you, and you will get a cut of that commission. So you don't get the full thing. The consultant always gets majority of the commissions, and then you make a cut of that. As those commissions get cut, the rest of it goes to Arbonne and research development to be able to continue with the products that we continue to push out. And lastly, we have our cash bonuses and our trips. So like I mentioned before, VPs get a success award bonus. They have the option to pick a car of their choosing, and they would get a bonus every month to be able to pay that off. Or they can decide to keep the cash. You also have the option for incentive trips every year. So within a certain time frame, you'll have to make a certain amount of sales volume, and Arbonne will send you and a +1 on the trip for that year. So this year it is Tulum for the US and Canada. And then I'm trying to think, Bali for Australia, Poland. I think there's one more, but I just don't remember. But the fact that that's even a thing, right? You don't see a lot of companies being able to send you in a +1 for a fully paid for vacation. And it's not just, they get you there, they pay for your hotel, they pay for your flight, they pay for your +1. You have dinners and parties and extra cash to go shopping, like the full thing. And then there's even more, right? Once you become top of the company, a national vice president, you get to go to Maui every single January for you and a +1. So you literally get everything ever, right? On top of all of the other 3 options that we just talked about for earning. So all of our products are consumable. What that essentially means is that they can be used in a certain time frame. So between 30 to 90 days, our products can be used for shelf life. So our not shelf life, consuming. So we have our nutritions are 30 days, so it's like 30-day servings, and our makeup, body care, all that good stuff it depends on the product, but can go up to 90 days. So essentially that just means when your clients sign up with you, you're getting a constant 30 to 60 day turnaround with every single time they purchase your products, which is great because you want them to keep coming back. You want them to keep buying new products. Like it's not guaranteed, of course, but it's nice to make sure that you have that revolving door when it comes to your commissions. Market trends. Like we said before, Arbonne can earn multiple different ways. As a consultant, Arbonne pays you in multiple different ways. Timing and wellness. So we're partnered with manufacturing facilities that are certified, and they meet Arbonne standards, and they produce the products to the quality and safety that we're looking for before getting shipped out. And we're also a proud member of the Direct Selling Association. So kind of like I mentioned before, we are the top, the top highest scoring B Corp certified company in direct selling. So again, that is super important. And the beauty of direct selling is as you move up in the company, you're able to leverage your time. You're able to free up that space right? That's the whole reason I signed up for Arbonne, is so at some point when I do become a certain level, I'm able to move out of all of these jobs I have and really focus on the things that I want to do in life. So let's talk about traditional marketing and network marketing and just the difference. Most of you have all heard or seen traditional marketing, right? So that's your ads, it's your influencers on social media, your videos, anytime you get a commercial on your streaming app. Companies pay for that, right? And majority of a company's marketing budget is huge, right? It's around 20%. Specifically, my mom is a marketer and she works for a very big firm and they spend millions of dollars for their ad services. Super Bowl, for example, it costs 1.2 million for a 5-second ad on the Super Bowl. So that's why you don't really, I feel like that's part of the reason why network marketing is amazing, is because Arbonne puts all of that money back to us. They don't, they rely on us to push the products, right? They rely on us to build their business, which is why they're able to give back to us so much. And that's what the beauty of this is, because we're able to, Arbonne's able to basically pay it forward to us. And it's essentially a thank you for them to help us continue, one, enjoying what we do, and also staying where we're at and making sure their consultants are happy. Because they also know without us, there would be no Arbonne, right? Like they could invest all of this money in the traditional marketing, but we make more money for them as consultants. So the compensation plan, there are a couple different ways, right? Kind of how we talked about when it comes to how consultants are able to make money. But if you decided to sign up as a preferred client, what that would look like is consultants would get 35% of that commission on the order, but our preferred clients also get 20 to 30% off of the website. They get free gifts and free shipping on qualifying orders. And those qualifying orders kind of depend on the month. We get a ton of different promotions, so that's always fun to promote on your business side. But as a consultant, we get 20 to 50% off products, commissions and overrides, the Vice President Success Award for your car, cash bonuses, trips, and incentives. And as you see at the top of the screen, this is our typical breakdown. With our typical breakdown in the US range with these 4 different promotion levels, this is the average. So things can fluctuate, right? So it kind of just depends on how much sales volume you're putting through your business. But as you can see, the national vice president, that's where a majority of us want to go. That's where life gets really good and you're able to really do the things that you want. Like I mentioned before, I'm currently an area manager. And what's amazing about hitting this promotion level is that this promotion level becomes willable. So if anything happened to me currently, I would be able to will this to someone, whether it's anyone in my family, and you're able to will this 3 generations down. So imagine the power of this business if you're able to take this all the way to the top and you're able to will it 3 generations down later. This is where that generational wealth comes from. So being able to take care of so many people is so amazing. And that is all I have for your slides. I have a task for you all. If you are watching this, I want you to go back to whoever sent you this video, whether it was me or someone else, and I want you to give them a 1, a 2, or a 3. A 1 means that you are ready to jump into the business, you're ready to become an independent consultant, and you're ready to get started. A 2 means you're not really ready for the business, but you love to try our products, become a client with that person, and just kind of test it out and see how you feel. 3 is that you're not really sure about the business or really not sure about the products, but you know somebody that would be interested with the business or with the products, and let them know and they can share that with them. So once again, I just want to say thank you all for joining me today. I hope you have an amazing night and hopefully talk to you soon. Bye.